Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Friday, June 12th, 2026. A 29 Palms man accused of choking his wife and using a staple gun on his neighbor was extradited from Kansas. On March 22nd, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of an assault in the 5600 block of Chia Avenue in 29 Palms. Deputies say the suspect, Tyler Barber, 35, choked his wife. They say neighbors intervened in the assault and called 911. Deputies say Barber attacked one of the neighbors using a staple gun on the neighbor's face. Deputies say Barber fled and was not arrested at the scene. The sheriff's department did not say whether either of the victims were treated for injuries. In June, Barber was contacted by a law enforcement agency in Meade, Kansas. The arresting agency and the reason for the arrest were not available in local records. Barber was transported back to California and turned over to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department on June 4th. Tyler Barber was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence and assault with a deadly weapon. He was transferred to the West Valley Detention Center and arraigned on felony charges on June 5th. He has since been released on bail. If you've been keeping up with the news in the Morongo Basin, you may have heard rumblings about flock. Or if you've been driving around 29 Palms Highway, perhaps you've noticed these small cameras affixed to solar panels near busy intersections. Here's reporter Adeline J. Wells with an explanation of the technology, what is advocated for, and some of the concerns it raises within the community.
Over the past 2 years, the terms flock and flock cameras have increasingly become a part of the community vocabulary throughout the Morongo Basin. The terms refer to the company Flock Safety, a technology company founded in 2017 and headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Flock Safety builds hardware and artificial intelligence-powered software that they promote as tools for public safety purposes, used by law enforcement, neighborhood associations, and private businesses. In addition to technology traditionally associated with security, such as video cameras and audio detection sensors, Flock Safety also advertises more advanced options, including mobile security trailers and drones. Flock Safety's most widely used product is their solar-powered automated license plate readers, or ALPRs, which are currently used in over 6,000 communities across the country. These devices are typically positioned at multiple points throughout major vehicular intersections and capture still images of the rear of passing vehicles. Identifying information is then analyzed by the system, including the car make, model, color, license plate number, and any notable identifying details, such as damage or bumper stickers, as well as the vehicle's location and direction of travel at any specific date and time. This data is stored on the Amazon Web Services cloud for a default of 30 days, during which identifying details can be used by the system owner as data points to search for a specific vehicle within a time window. The company maintains that facial recognition technology is not used to identify any drivers or passengers in passing vehicles, and that the data is not used to enforce traffic laws such as speeding or red lights. In December 2024, the city of 29 Palms signed a 2-year contract with Flock Safety for the installation and upkeep of 31 ALPRs, and the town of Yucca Valley signed a contract for 20 ALPRs in August 2025, with data retention increased from the default to 1 year. Flock ALPRs have since been installed at multiple angles at major intersections along Highway 62 in both municipalities, as well as along Adobe Road in 29 Palms, which local law enforcement says they use when searching for specific vehicles suspected of criminal involvement. The devices can also be found on intersections near Tortoise Rock Casino and Home Depot. The local governments and law enforcement have maintained that the Flock ALPRs will be used to improve public safety throughout the Morongo Basin. At a Yucca Valley Town Council meeting in 2025, Lieutenant Al Huff of the Morongo Basin Sheriff Station explained that the Flock system in Riverside County was utilized to locate the driver of a fatal hit-and-run collision the year before. Since its installation, the Sheriff's Department has continued touting the technology by sending out press releases highlighting the usage of Flock in locating suspects of specific crimes in the high desert, including a sex offense, a domestic violence case, and another fatal hit-and-run. Public comment periods at municipal meetings have frequently been swamped with citizens voicing concerns that the technology is excessive mass surveillance, often requesting that Flock be added to a future meeting agenda for a larger community discussion. points raised include that the technology captures images of passing vehicles whether or not they are suspected of involvement in a crime, and that law enforcement can access the data system without a warrant. Residents have also voiced qualms about the logistics and security of where and how long the data is stored, who can access it, and the marketing language used by the Sheriff's Department to promote the technology. Citizen concerns over the surveillance technology coincide with an increased presence of ICE and border control in California, and opposition to Flock has prompted the creation of local resistance groups, events, and petitions. The City of 29 Palms contract with Flock Safety was set to expire in December of this year, though its expiration date has since been pushed to the second quarter of 2027. The Town of Yucca Valley's contract with the technology company is also set to expire in August of 2027. 29 Palms Mayor Pro Tem Octavia Scott is hosting a roundtable on Flock and its role in the community on Thursday, July 9th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at the 29 Palms City Hall. For more information about the event, visit this story at Z107.7 Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Adeline J. Wells.
The Friends of the Joshua Tree Branch Library are hosting a book giveaway tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon. All books will be available for donation only. They say you can take as many books as you want and pay what you want. Proceeds will help fund programs for the Joshua Tree Library. The Joshua Tree Branch Library is located at 6465 Park Boulevard, 1 block north of the highway. The Desert Care Network is accepting food donations as part of their annual Healthy Over Hungry cereal drive. They are accepting donations of healthy cereal boxes and cash to be distributed to local food banks serving the high and low deserts, including Joshua Tree's Way Station. Cereal donation bins are located in the lobbies of Desert Care Network hospitals, including the High Desert Medical Center in Joshua Tree. You can find a link to donate money online at this story at Z107.7fm.com. The Morongo Basin is full of all sorts of unique species of animals, and a free family event tomorrow may have you keeping your peepers pointing downward while you're out exploring the desert. Joining us with a hot scoop on the cold-blooded creature feature is online news editor Robert Hayden.
Summer is heating up and reptiles are showing their tails off all over the Morongo Basin. If you're interested in learning more about our scaliest desert denizens, the High Desert Nature Museum is hosting a Repti-Palooza Family Fun Day this Saturday in Yucca Valley. The all-ages community event brings the world of reptiles close up with live reptile shows, interactive education booths, hands-on crafts, and opportunities to learn from expert reptile handlers. Beyond the scales and snakes, attendees can run it out on an inflatable obstacle course, get some delicious food from local vendors, and enjoy a morning of music, face painting, balloon twisting, and activities designed to keep kids and adults entertained throughout the day. The Repti-Palooza Family Fun Day is happening this Saturday, June 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the High Desert Nature Museum. They're located at 57090 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. The event is free and the museum is air-conditioned. You can find more information at highdesertnaturemuseum.org. We'll have a link at our website as well, Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, it's lizard lover Robert Hayden.
And finally, the Basin-Wide Foundation is celebrating their 30th anniversary with an annual membership luncheon on Tuesday. The luncheon will bring together local business owners, nonprofit leaders, volunteers, and community members who care deeply about the future of the Morongo Basin. Enjoy a hosted lunch while learning more about the impact Basin-Wide Foundation and its affiliate partners have made over the past 3 decades and how you can be a part of what's next. The event is happening Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. at Copper Mountain College's Bell Center Community Room. Tickets are $35 and can be purchased at the door or at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.